doing. Happiness doesn't come to you, it comes from you. It grows inside you. It is something that you create. And we're going to talk about how to create that happiness. It's really the theme or a partial theme of this stream, which is the cure for mediocrity, malaise, underachievement, addictions, almost addictions, bad habits, is the aggressive pursuit of a great life. That is a way of life. That isn't a once and done. That is a way of life. And the mindful habit system is a system to help you maintain that aggressive pursuit because it fades. It absolutely fades. It will fade. It will fade. And there are certain things that you can do to keep it from fading. Or when it does fade, that triggers you to take action. Remember, the actions you take is the life you take. And there are some practical things that you can do, and there are some deeper spiritual things that I think fall into the belief system category. And I want to talk about one of those belief systems now. I have on my arm the Memento Mori. Memento Mori. And what Memento Mori means is remember death. Sounds morbid and dreary and dark, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. Memento Mori is a reminder that I am going to die. You are going to die, and I invite you to meditate on that reality for 60 seconds every single day, and I promise you, I can guarantee for just about everyone who does it, you are going to find yourself happier. You are going to find yourself not sweating the small stuff. You are going to find yourself thinking big picture. You are going to find yourself living your purpose by keeping that belief system front and center. Memento Mori. Remember death. Now listen, you can't live like it's your last day every day. I like to say, I like to live as if I know I'm going to die in like 3 to 6 months. Because you can't just fly off and throw, if you know you're gone in a few days, right? There's probably some very specific things that you want to do, and your current responsibilities would take a back seat if you knew you were going to die in a few days. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work for a way of life. But if I knew that I was going to die in, maybe a year from now, I'd want to make sure that I'm doing everything possible that I can do to help me live the best life humanly possible. And so there are certain habits that you can incorporate into your life to be reminding of that memento mori. There's a great coin, the Daily Stoic Philosopher has got a great memento coin, memento mori coin that you can buy. You don't have to tattoo it on your body like I did, but simply meditating on that reality. Oh, and by the way, I'm so excited. We're going to have some cool merchandise. I've always wanted to say merch. We're going to have some cool merch, and I'm really excited about that. I've got an amazing artist friend who just perfectly captured the vision of Memento Mori. But this isn't a commercial for that. But it's something that's that important to me and that powerful to me that I want it. I want to see it. I want to feel it. I want to, reminders of this reality. I got the pictures of the skulls up there, and then the sugar skulls, man and woman holding the heart together like Michelle and I. I want to be reminded that I am going to die. That there's going to be an end. There's going to be an end. And I want to do everything I can to push that day out. But let's face it, you never know. You never know when your day is going to come. I'm 49 years old. How many people in the world today died at 49 years old? I bet you hundreds, if not thousands. And the same is true for you, right? Whatever age you are. Right? It probably won't happen, but there's a chance that it does. See, we think we're going to live forever. Fear keeps us from pursuing our dreams. Fear keeps us trapped. Fear keeps us not living our purpose. Fear keeps us from being a fire-breathing dragon. I know. It kept me stuck for so long. And that's why Memento Mori was so special to me. It's just this expression that reminded me how important it is for me to remember that I'm going to die. And when I do, I want my kids to look back and say, my daddy pursued a great life. Yes, he made some mistakes. Yes, I read about them on the internet. Yeah, there's definitely times when he was a dick. But he lived a life, at least at the end, that he can be proud of. And that's what Memento Mori means to me. I hope you use that to just stop sweating the small stuff. I mean, think how miserable people are. Back to that study. Folks in the U.S. are more unhappy today than they've been in nearly 50 years. 50 years, despite all the depression medications, despite all the self-help programs, despite all the resources, people are living in fear and they are miserable. And you see it on YouTube, the people sweating the small stuff, blowing a gasket over teeny tiny things, getting upset over things that have no significance or value in their lives. And they're getting their significance from being a dick because they're miserable, because they're unhappy, because they're not aggressively pursuing a great life. I want to thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Email support